What's going on, man?
You're on a camping trip.
Get out.
I don't know that I should still be Webster.
My current thought is,
What am I gonna do? Go to the black market?
sure,
What was the last four of your social?
And I wanted some matches.
open secret menu.
No way.
It's especially for you, Winston.
The slot machine one, yeah.
Are we there yet?
Welcome to the XYZ podcast. This is episode 70. I'm millennial producer Tony, joined as always by your hosts, Gen X Brian
Hey, everybody.
and Gen Z Winston.
What it do?
What I do a little not as energetic recording on a Saturday morning.
Yeah, it's a 10 a.m.
Early morning, bleary-eyed. What do you do?
Well, let's see.
I'm only here so I don't get fined, guys. Come on.
I made the reservation. I can't revoke it. What time did you get up on a Saturday morning, Winston?
Yesterday was Sunday, 11. But on Saturday,
Saturday, Sunday. That's
Saturday I had a good night's sleep. I went to bed actually early, so like 1 o'clock, right? I woke up at 10 a.m. Saturday, but then like I ended up sitting and studying till like 4 p.m. So it's like I ruined my whole weekend. It sucks.
You're putting, the best of. We have best of parts 1 and part 2 online. If anybody wants to hear a compilation show, I heard the part about us talking about alarm clocks and snoozes and all that, and I had to laugh.
Yeah,
because Tony does bring up the fact of like once you, I don't know if it's a certain amount of years of getting up at the same time where your body's just like, hey, we're getting up, and I had that the other day, like 10 minutes. I didn't have to get up, and it was like 10 minutes before my alarm would normally go off, and I'm like, I'm awake. This is garbage.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can fight through it, but.
See, now I slept into a late 8:30 on Saturday.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. That happens, and it's so weird because I would act shocked when Winston's like going to bed at 1. I'm like, what am I talking about? I used to, like 1 o'clock was like the normal time.
Yeah,
but
now that you've grown so old that you're like.
I mean, kids make you that's how you can tell the responsible parents and the ones that aren't is like you have to switch your sleep schedule. Otherwise, everybody's a scramble in the morning, to get to school and places you need to go. Now they get themselves there, but still. You know. But we were talking about just before, as always, just before we go about emails. And Winston,
we're doing it off stream.
Yeah, Winston's Bikini Inspector 69 email is not very professional. So. But yeah, so you probably know this better than I do. So you can change it, but it's just still associated with the Google account. Okay, so Tony, did you see this? I'll do my best to poorly explain
I
it.
did. That Google was saying you can change your Gmail address, and I haven't looked more into it, but I'm assuming it's basically just a forwarding. Like you still hold your original one, and this is just an alias that.
What's happening now is you're creating a new Gmail address that's gonna wire back to your old Gmail address.
Right.
That's
your Chrome
all
account, right? Yeah. Okay, so that's what it is. So you can I guess add several. I guess because when emails started, nobody thought of having multiple emails. That's crazy. You just have the one. It's like my home address. Now it's like you've got so much spam and all this stuff. And then I see email articles about don't hit the unsubscribe button because that tells them it's an actual human. Just let your stuff you don't want to sign up for go to the garbage.
It's like answering a spam call. It's like now you answer, now they know you're,
Wait, you're not supposed to click unsubscribe?
If it's one you didn't sign up for, sometimes that does confirm to the spammers that it's a good account.
Dude, I've been hitting unsubscribe left and right.
I have for ones that I've signed up for. Like, I don't need 17 emails from Chipotle a week. That's great. I'm glad you've got this item menu. Your emails are doing nothing to get me to eat there or not eat there. They're just clogging my inbox. So that one, since I initiated, I hit unsubscribe. Yeah. So that one, I don't think they're going to be like, ooh, this is a live email address. But I think other ones that just end up in your box sometimes, if it's, nefarious.
I got this one called weather@emergencyemail.org. I don't know what they are, but they'll send me random ass emergency emails. And it showed up one day. No, like real emergencies, like real stuff that happened, right? But it's just like I started getting it one day, and then I just stopped. I just didn't unsubscribe or anything. But it's like here's one. Yeah, here's one. Chocolate linked to salmonella risk. I don't know, sound a little Sound a little fake.
Those are old people emails you're reading.
Yeah.
Dude, maybe I am an old person.
It's Facebook clickbait articles that you're just receiving in your inbox.
Yeah, basically. What's this one? It said recall alert: bread, cars, toys. Holy shit! I'm an old person, dude. Oh god.
I eat bread. I drive cars. I play with toys. I'm screwed.
Yeah, exactly. I'm fucked.
Well, let me transition us then. I've gotten a listener suggestion for a topic.
Oh, that's always fun. Maybe
sort of fits in nicely here. So before the internet, where you used to hear things like this and other strange things were daytime talk shows.
Oh man, I thought you were going to say
like Ellen DeGeneres.
So you had your morning talk shows, you had like the Today Show, you had Ellen, you had Rosie O'Donnell.
Well, you had
Then you had your afternoon talk
Ricky
show
Lake.
host. You had Ricky Lake. You had Sally Jesse Raphael.
Yes, in her huge glasses. Winston's like, I got
Donahue.
I don't know any of these
Donahue. Straight out of Chicago, Phil Donahue.
Then you had your late afternoon talk show host like Maury.
Oh yeah, love Maury. Yeah,
he was the biggest.
Is that
one
even considered a talk show though? I feel like it's more like mockumentary.
It turned into one. No, Robert Downey, not Robert Downey Jr., but Robert Downey had one, and his was like the precursor to Jerry Springer. He really amped up the just dregs of society and fights and all that stuff.
Theirs were real trashy. Maury's was the in between.
Yeah,
because I just came across a post that I had forgotten about. I'm like, I loved when he did it.
Maury was the in between. I feel like Maury was. I don't know. I would put Dr. Phil as the in between more.
He was a little more professional even than Maury.
Yeah.
To me, he's the top of the he's the most legit. He's got doctor in front of his name for crying out loud.
Yeah, is he a real doctor even?
But Maury used to have people with phobias on, and the phobia episodes were great. And I saw the clip where this lady's going, I don't like them. He's like, don't worry. He's like, there's no olives here.
Yeah.
I don't like them. They're just I don't like the olives. And he goes, there's no olives. The next words out of his mouth are, bring out the jar of olives. And this lady flips.
Yeah,
she's going
like on the floor. Yeah.
Oh my god, she's screaming and running through the audience. It was very similar to my favorite one, which is the woman who's afraid of cotton balls. She's like, I don't like them. I don't like the way they feel. I don't like the way they sound when you rub them together. And they bring out a man in a costume covered in cotton balls to chase her. This is wild. It's nuts. This is
or obviously the famous clip too, right? It's the "You Are Not the Father," and and the woman would ran backstage, and the camera crew would just carry the camera.
That was okay. So that was Maury. Yeah, I didn't watch a lot of those, but man, you saw them regardless. You know, that's when things like Entertainment Tonight or then Talk Soup, they would play these clips, and that's how you would see them before the internet. Oh dude, man, Maury.
I love it. It's great TV, man.
But Robert Downey was one, and then
You keep saying Robert Downey. Is this Robert Downey Jr.'s dad?
I don't think so, because I think Robert Downey Sr. was an actor. So this guy was just Robert Downey, and he would have like, the hate, the racist hate groups, members of the KKK. And I remember
I think I've seen them too. Yeah.
And then at one point, sadly in his career, I think when he was falling off, he said he was attacked by these white supremacists, and he had a swastika painted on his face. But like when they were looking at it, they're like, that's backwards. Like somebody put it on in a mirror. Like he drew it on himself in a mirror.
You're thinking
of
Morton Downey.
Huh?
Are you thinking of Morton Downey? Is it because I'm looking up Robert Downey TV show and
Morty,
there's only
was it Morty Morton
Downey Jr.
Okay.
In 87 and 88.
Okay, maybe that's it. Why am I calling him? I'm defaming Robert Downey. Okay.
Yeah.
Morton Downey. Was it Morton Downey Jr.?
Yes, Morton Downey Jr.
Thank you. See, this is strictly from memory.
I suppose. Is it the one with the giant like mouth and the teeth?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Morton Downey, not Robert Downey. Morton Downey. I guess that's why it was ingrained in my head. But yeah, he was the earliest, and he was on like late night, and you were always going to see either like, wet t-shirt contestants and hate groups. I mean, his was going strictly for the shock value, and then Phil Donahue kind of leaned into it, and then you had Maury who really kind of like streamlined it, and
Yeah,
then
but late night talk show is really its own category because
It's always the same, yeah.
It has a real like there's an opening segment and then you have like a music or comedian.
I don't think he had, I think his was talk though. I don't think he had musical guests. I think he was in the late night slot, but didn't follow your, Johnny Carson's, David Letterman,
Because I'm thinking I'm talking like daytime is a real specific.
Right. Okay.
This is just
okay. We will remove him from the conversation on the leaderboard.
I'm looking at a list here. We've got Geraldo.
Oh, Geraldo. Geraldo, man.
Ricky Lake.
Mm-hmm.
Tyra Banks had a show for a
long
while.
Yeah, hers was bad. Again, I never saw it, but I saw clips. I remember seeing clips of that show on Talk Soup.
Yes. And then we had the queen of the afternoon talk show that really just fell away. Oprah.
Well, I think she
got
finally...
allegations. She was out the islands, man.
Was she? I thought she made so much money they could no longer contain it, so she had to stop making money. She had so much that they had no more place to store it all. Like
I think she made enough money and just called it quit. I think that's what it is.
Does somebody want to take a crack at what year the last episode of the Oprah Winfrey Show aired?
Wow. I know it was when I was already in the US, so probably 2016.
We got a 2016, Brian.
Let's see. Wow. I mean, this is where you feel old because I lived in the Chicagoland area, and that's where she had originally started broadcasting from. I remember when that show started.
Yeah.
Like I remember when Oprah went on the air, and then she, through her fad diets and okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go. I see her book club raged on. I'm gonna go 2010.
No,
you're the closest. 2011.
Okay.
Oh, no way.
2011 looks like the last episode aired.
That was just kind of a wild ass guess because, like Winston said. I mean, he knows who Oprah is. I don't think Winston was ever watching Oprah.
I knew about it because I came to the U.S. in 2011, so I think it kind of lined up. So I guess everyone was talking about it.
Yeah. Her big farewell.
Yeah. And then the only thing I know about Oprah Winfrey is when Tom Cruise got on the couch and bounces around because he was high out of his mind. But yeah.
He wasn't. He was in love. That's what it was.
No, he was in love with cocaine is what he was in love with. And guy was definitely doing lines, man.
He was telling everybody how much he loved Katie Holmes and the Church of Scientology.
Dude.
I'm just surprised that this is a product that is still being pumped out.
Talk shows?
Talk shows, yeah.
It is the current one is Live with Kelly and Mark. Kelly Ripa.
Jennifer Hudson has one that's pretty big.
Jennifer Hudson has one. Drew Barrymore, Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah, those are all huge.
It's like,
I'm telling you, there's a whole demographics out there that just watches these shows, man.
Now, Brian, do you remember the original duo, the classic duo,
Regis and Kathy Lee?
Regis and Kathy Lee, man. What a pair of human beings.
Regis was a nutcase.
Oh, I've never heard of these people.
That was the beauty of the show.
Yeah, he was and he was always yelling at his producer. But yeah, so you had your morning news, and then the morning news would go off. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm fascinated. Winston, what was the morning routine? Because in the United States, you'd either early enough you'd watch cartoons in the morning. Mm-hmm. Then after cartoons, it would go to news, and when we would go to school, and then it would either go talk shows, game shows, or would it be some talk shows, some game shows? I don't remember.
Yeah, you'd hit your Price is Right and things like that.
Was that after the talk shows?
Yeah, right around noon, you'd get an hour of something. Nowadays it's whatever syndication run of Family Feud with Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
What did you guys have on the TV in the morning before you went to school in Vietnam?
We didn't. We never had the TV on in the morning. It was crazy. Like my mom would wake me up, get me ready for school, We'll go downstairs, eat something. Like we'll have like people that work at our house that would like kind of bring us or bring me
Butlers.
food. Yeah, butlers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the people that worked in our home and brought me food is a wild thing to say.
Yeah, just don't call them to help.
No, but they didn't. They didn't make. They didn't make the food. They would go and buy it and bring it back, and then like I would eat my breakfast because we don't.
I think Winston was rich. To go back to a previous episode, I think Winston was rich in Vietnam.
No, guys, it's just a different economy. No, but
tuxedos with shorts.
Yeah, exactly. But I would finish eating and I would put my backpack on and I would walk to school. And then while I'm in school, I think what normally play is obviously once you have cable, then you can watch kind of anything. If we're just talking like Vietnamese TV station, they didn't show any cartoons or anything like that in the morning because they know kids are supposed to be in school.
Yeah,
so
I guess that's again why people are smarter than the Americans.
Yeah, and I don't even know I don't even know what they play in the morning to be honest, but I would assume it's news, like the morning news, and then after that it's probably just a bunch of TV drama that is played.
There's no Asian morning talk shows. That's too bad.
Yeah. Well, like there's no morning talk show. There's no talk show period. I don't even think I think now they're starting to make talk shows over there, but there was no talk show when I was a kid. Game show, like The Price is Right, and what's the one where you spin the circle? The
Wheel
big
of
giant
Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune. Those game shows are usually air at nighttime when everyone's home from work. So people would watch it at night. I remember watching Wheel of Fortune, Price is Right, and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Dude, Vietnamese people love Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. That
the American version?
Yeah.
It's the American version.
No, the Vietnamese version.
Okay,
we have our own version of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Did they phone a friend?
Yeah, dude. There was a video that I saw recently, and it's so funny. There was a guy. He was on the show, and it was like a 500. I don't like the equivalent of like $500,000 question over here, but it was like, who is the author of this one book, right? And all the selection comes out, and he was like, I'm gonna ask the audience. He uses that option, and so 3 people answered the question, right? The first 2 were women. They both said, "Oh, it's B," and then the last person was a guy, and he got on. He was like, "Yeah, the answer is actually D." And the guy goes, "Yeah, during a moment of pressure like this, I don't trust women." And he just picked the guy with the answer. He picked the third guy. So he was like, "I'm gonna lock in D." And remember, it was like $500,000 riding on this, right?
$500,000 on the line.
Yeah. And then the host goes, "Yeah, D is the correct answer." And everyone was like, "What the fuck?"
Dang.
Such a misogynist, but the fact that he said that and it was correct, it's so crazy to me. There's definitely a video of that out there. You guys are gonna watch that.
There's a video of everything out there.
Yeah.
You had your game shows, and then you were followed by a few hours of soap operas before.
Oh, well, hold on. Let me ask you guys this: did you guys ever have like It was weird. So there was game shows for children's in Vietnam, right? I think it was called Hugo. And what you can do is you could call into the TV station and you could play a game on the screen for everyone to watch. It was cool as hell, right? So it was a video game. It was a video game and you would use your dial pad to play. Dude,
That's
it was
cool.
it was cool as hell. So it was just a platformer sort of. It was like you're running and you gotta collect coins and you gotta jump over stuff, right? So you would look at your phone dial. So I think like 4 was to go to the left, 6 was to the right? 2 was
So wait,
to go
so you
jump.
call in.
You'll call in and they'll be like, "All right, you were the lucky one that got picked. We're gonna let you play the game." And then you're gonna try to play the game using your dial pads while the game is being aired on TV. It's like a video game. This is all a video game that's happening.
It's probably just using the tones of
the tones.
touch-tone
Yeah, oh, yeah.
phone.
Yeah. And so kids would play it and people at home would watch a random kid play this, and obviously if he sucks, the next one's gonna come up. So it was Twitch streaming before Twitch streaming.
Did you ever get on? Did you ever make it through?
I wish every time I call. Yeah, I called, but I didn't get lucky enough to get picked. And the thing is, it's like America, right? Like it's like that one show you watch where they had those little kids playing those games. What's it called? Double Dare. Dude, every kid they had on the game sucked. And I'm just like, who's letting these people through?
Sometimes you watch Legends of the Hidden Temple and you're like, man, that kid like 1 in 30 seconds. That was nuts.
See, that was when I grew out of those. So I know what show you're talking about, but I never watched those. But but prior to that was Bozo Buckets.
Nickelodeon game shows were great.
Yeah, Double Dare. I mean, the fantasies I had about being on that show, and same thing was like, these guys suck, man. I would kill this guy. I would kill it at this game.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat though.
Do you guys want to see what it looks like? Should I just try to find a clip and show it to you guys?
Sure, why not?
While you're looking that up, have any of you ever won anything from like calling into a radio station?
No,
I
never.
have. I've mentioned this and I've told this story on the air, but it's 70 episodes. We can repeat ourselves.
Hold on. Let me share my screen real quick.
Share with us, Winston. Remember, he's got to talk us through it. That makes great radio.
Can you see it?
There we go.
All right. So
ostriches.
Yeah, so here's an ostrich. I'm not gonna play any sound because it's sort of like a video talking about the history of it. But if you
in Vietnamese.
No, so apparently look at this. Look at this. This is not a Vietnamese, it's Danish. Wow. Yeah, like I don't know what this is, but so here you can see like there's a bunch of different maps. So and you would use the
touch tone phone
to and you would jump, collect stuff, come back. You see, so you can see right there you have like 2 lives, 3 lives, or whatever, and your goal is to get as far as you can and collect as many points as you can.
This reminds me, and Brian might remember this one, Nick Arcade.
No,
that was in the 80s. And it was very early green screen stuff. And they put a kid in front of a green screen and make them play a video game like a newscaster. You could only see yourself on the monitors on the side.
Now, didn't it used to be a blue screen? Didn't it start off blue screen? Then they moved to green screen?
It might have been blue at that time. Then,
okay.
Yeah.
So it looks like this was a Danish game show that Vietnam somehow got a hold of and
get programming from around the world.
Yeah, dude, there was a lot of weird programming I watched, not programming, like cartoons and stuff that I watched growing up that was not American. Like there was a yellow monkey with leopard like patterns on him that like fold his like tail into a giant ball and hit people with it.
No, that's
Tony knows who it is.
Not
I think it's French. I think it's called Marsupilami or something like that.
Marsupilami.
Yeah, Marsupilami. There we go.
That was a Disney, I think.
What?
How do you know of this? I've never heard of this.
There's no way. This is.
He's a comic book character, not Disney.
But when cable started, though, there was no Disney Channel. It was Nickelodeon. So that was like,
oh wow, it is American. Yeah.
The comic is
French, right?
Belgium.
Okay, that's what I thought.
But the cartoon, I believe, is American.
Yeah, but I don't think it was Disney though.
It's not Disney. I thought it was. There was.
Yeah.
Disney had one that I always got confused with. This one that was Cop Bonkers. See, I was right. Look up Disney Bonkers, and it's an orange cat with spots, and they always looked very similar to me as a child.
I've never seen Bonkers, but yes, I could see why you would say that.
So when you got cable, you automatically had the Disney Channel?
Yes.
Or by the time you guys got cable, you had the Disney Channel? Okay.
The very first show I ever watched on Disney was Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. And it was the rerun, right? So we didn't get to watch it when it came out.
Then,
yeah, we were real late because Sweet Life was 90s, right? Like I think late 90s or early 2000s.
That was 2000s, I think.
2000s.
I didn't watch the first season until 2006.
Are you guys especially you, Tony, I've seen all over everybody's reliving 2016 like it was the glory days. Have you seen this?
God, it's so annoying. He's not on Instagram. That's why.
I just meant in his sphere of things. I mean, I've heard of this, for crying out loud, you know?
No, so I use Instagram occasionally to post things for the podcast, and that's it.
But TikTok doesn't feed you. I guess what you dial in is what you see.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody's like reminiscing, and the only thing I was like, so some people are, saying like it's 2016. Your memory is always rosier than it actually was, but I guess it's really easy to go anything before 2020 was idyllic. It was, I
don't know why they're doing it, and it's like there's a trend.
It's 10 years ago. It's 10 years ago.
Yeah, sure, but we didn't do that in like 2025 or 2015 or anything.
That's true. I don't know why it wouldn't have been. Yeah, why it wouldn't have happened last year. I don't know. Somebody did it.
It's just it's stupid because it's like. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the girls are posting it, right? They're like, look at me in 2016. And I'm like, dude, I look fucking terrible. I'm not posting any photo of myself from 2016. And I feel like it's all
not that long ago.
It doesn't feel that way.
10 years
but
is a blink,
10 years is crazy. Next year will be my like high school reunion year. And like we used to talk about it all the time. And now it's like approaching and it's like, what the hell? I have 1 year to lock in, guys. I need to pull up in a Lamborghini so that people respect me. Yeah.
No, man, that's the weirdest thing. So I don't remember. I went to mine. Granted, I had to go from Atlanta back up to, to Northwest Indiana. So it
Mm-hmm.
was a little bit of a thing. And it wasn't the reason I was going is because there was some friends that I had, got in touch with again and we were talking. I just wanted to see them. It wasn't like I needed to go back and it was not a formal affair like you see in the movies. It was literally like, hey, we're all going to this one bar.
Yeah. I think
So
that's what we're gonna end up. So our
yeah.
school actually does a thing. So because we went to a private school, right? So they actually every 10 years for somebody's reunion, they would host an event and they would invite. But it's not just your year because it's small, right? It's a small school, so they would do your year and whatever 4 years before you. So if I
Oh,
graduated in
geez, that's a wide.
2017,
Yeah.
yeah. So it was like 2017. The people from 2013 will also be there and the people from I don't know my math 2009 would also be there. Like it would that's how it would stagger. So they would invite a giant group of people, including young folks and older folks. And so it's kind of we would be the youngest, right? Because it's our
Yeah.
10 years, but it would be people 20, 30s. Um,
They also do that when you get really, really old because
it,
so many people die. They put
yeah,
classes together
I was
yeah,
for
gonna
old.
say,
yeah.
yeah.
And so I told my roommate, I told Josh, I was like, dude, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about and here's the issue about going to a private school, a small private school is everyone ended up dating each other and then everyone hates each other once high school ended, right? So now I'm like, and I was a bystander. I'm bipartisan at this point because I'm like, I'm cool with both side guys. I can't be friends,
Is he saying
but
he was bi in high school? Is that what he's saying,
no,
Tony?
I'm
That's
saying
what I
I
heard.
was. I said I'm a bipartisan,
Oh,
guys. Come on.
gotcha.
Edit that audio appropriately, Brian.
Miles, edit what he said.
Not that there's
Put
anything
that.
wrong with
But sometimes I want to hang out with people like some of the girls that I was friends with in high school, but I'm like, I can't do that because I'm friend with their ex-boyfriends who are my friends, and it's
Come
just
on, man.
like
That's a long time
they
ago,
hate each
right?
other. They
Oh, wow.
absolutely hate each other. Yeah.
Oh,
Um, so it's weird. So what? But I told my roommate I was like, dude, let's just scatter and go get dinner or something. Like we'll get dinner, we'll go to a bar, we'll drink, and then we'll go home. Like I'm like, we don't have to go see all these other old people at our school for no reason, right?
I
So
mean, you can see him online. I mean, that was the thing when I
when COVID,
oh yeah, well that and yeah, just I mean with social media, you know what people look like now. Like, oh, she got
oh
fat and
yeah,
he got
yeah,
fat and they
yeah,
got
yeah.
fat and it's like I went just it was still on, I saw it on Facebook actually.
I
And
think it
I
was
said
more bragging rights, Brian. I think the whole reason for high school reunion is to show off how much better you're doing than other people.
yeah,
I
I mean
agree.
or people
Yeah,
that are psyched or people that peaked in high school, that
yeah,
want to go
yeah,
back. But I just wanted to see some people that, I moved, so that's, living
yeah.
in town, my wife went to high school here, so we'll occasionally run into people she went to high school with. And I mean, a lot of, some of her friends still live here and we still see
Hmm.
them. But, I moved.
Yeah.
I left there, went to Florida, and then from Florida moved up to Atlanta.
Right.
So it's like, there was people I really hadn't seen since high school that I was, that I was like,
So
oh,
you went to your last
it
reunion or
was
no?
in, oh gosh, I don't even remember when it was. So I graduated in 1992. This was 2012. So it was a 20-year
Oh,
reunion.
okay. Yeah.
And yeah, so we
You
drove
didn't go
up
to
and
the 30 years, the 2022?
I don't even know if they had one. I'm no longer on Facebook, and
Oh, fair.
but the point of me going, and it's cool because I did end up talking to some friends that I had lost touch with, and we
Mm.
still now communicate. But now, yeah, I mean, I mean, do you need to show off? Aren't you doing pretty well for
For people in my age
Yeah,
group?
yeah,
Sort of. I feel like we're all doing pretty well for ourselves, at least like
that's
people
good.
I know. Yeah. Like I don't think there's surprisingly, I don't think there's anyone in our class that is fucked up in life. Okay, I take it back, one person, but
Yeah,
yeah,
statistically.
there's always at least one, right? But there's some that had fucked up and then like corrected themselves, which is really good. But
So how do you know that though? Social media? I mean,
yeah,
is
social
that how
media.
that's how you know these people have had ups and
I don't.
downs?
I don't. Josh does. My roommate does, and I would
Okay.
talk to him about it, and he'll tell me, and so that's how I would find out. But I would say I'm in the top percentile, like of in terms of our class. Now
He's the
I'm not. I'm
1%,
not the
Tony.
great. I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm the 1 percentile because there's kids that was from our class that are like doctor and vets and um nurses and stuff like that. But there's also like we're in a weird stage where like a lot of us is in school still, like grad school, and
Yeah.
a lot of us are working our fourth, fifth year in life, right?
What about you, Tony? I mean, did you have
So ours, there was a mix-up. We ended up doing like an 11-year reunion.
What happened to the 10th year?
It's just it got skipped. People forgot about doing it, and they went, "Hey, we'll just do it next year."
That's funny.
I just happened to be up in town because they held it. They're like, "We're gonna do it over like near Thanksgiving because people will probably be coming back into town. We'll just do it then." And it was sort of like Brian, where they're like, "Hey, there's this local restaurant. We're just reserving this half of the restaurant. Come show up. It's gonna be pizza and beer, basically."
Yeah.
I did show up, and it was nice to reconnect with a lot of people I hadn't talked to. It was also strange talking to people that I didn't necessarily get along with and being like, "Oh, we're out of these high school cliques and you can just be a person and talk to me now." And that was kind of nice. The wildest thing may have been was our class president got to talking to my wife, and they just met each other that evening and were very chatty and friendly with each other. And halfway through the night, she comes over and taps Liz on the shoulder. She's like, "Hey, can I borrow you for a second? I want you to cut the cake." And I'm like, "Listen, she didn't go here. Why is my wife cutting the cake for her class reunion? This is weird."
What?
Like, what is happening?
That's so weird.
But conversely,
the fact there was a cake cutting is also weird. That's
that was
thing.
freaking weird. Yeah,
cheap cake because whatever.
it's
Conversely,
a PA
though,
thing,
like
Brian.
there was a bit of exactly what you're talking about, Winston, where it's like comparing where everybody is in life.
Yeah,
but
11 years too. You're just getting started, you know.
Yeah, but even by that point in time, I was already of the mindset of, hey, I know that there's people that aren't here because there were people that grew up in certain parts of the school district where you're like, you don't have a chance.
Other side of the tracks, kids, huh?
Yeah, it's like you're not. Yeah, and a lot of them ended up like going to the vocational tech school.
Shoot, man, that's your best bet these days.
Yeah, and
literally.
In the mid 2000s, you're like, oh well, you're just dumb and you're not
washed.
smart enough to do the other stuff. But now looking back, it's just like, thank goodness for those people, because I mean, Winston's a car guy. I'm not a car guy.
Yeah,
and the fact that some of those people went on to be mechanics and like electricians and stuff is like, first of all, they're probably doing a lot better than
1,000.
Yeah, man.
They make more money.
Because I don't want to do that. I don't like messing with my car. I don't like home renovation stuff. Like it's not things that I'm good at.
Yeah,
and I don't want to be good at them.
I was gonna say, there it is. I believe you could be, because you're a smart dude, but I think you just don't want to.
Yeah.
You know, I could watch all the YouTube videos that I want to on, home remodeling. I'm still not gonna do it.
No, Tony, that's literally how I felt when Brian kept trying to teach me about drilling holes in walls and like how to put up bolts and stuff and how to replace the drill bits. I'm like,
but you learned how to change the tire.
Have we talked about that on the show where Brian and I witnessed the first time Winston used a power drill?
It was important. It was important.
Yeah.
Your dad would be proud.
I mean, yes, but it's like, I don't want to be good at it. It was like, Brian was like, you gotta find it. You gotta use a nut finder and you're gonna get a leveler. And I'm like, I don't want to do any of this.
Wiz is like, I'm lost. Go back.
Yeah, because you guys are both leveling. Smart. This is level. What the hell is
level? What does that mean?
Well, okay, so maybe home repairs, but you did change your tire, and that was.
Well, I had to. I didn't have a choice, right? I had
called somebody. I mean, you could have called AAA or.
So get this. I called Josh. I was like, "Yo, Josh, can you come down and help me like replace his tire? I need to replace his tire so I can take the car to like what's it called and get the rest replaced." Josh came down, and it's like the middle of the summer, right? And it's like we're sweating. He was trying to give me a hand. He was like, "Yeah, it's too hot, dude. I'm gonna leave," and he just left. It's like, what the fuck?
Is that when you called in Tony?
Yeah.
I was when you started texting us?
That's when I started. Right? And I'm like texting. I was like, hey, Tony, where I put the jack? And so, I kind of got that part. But then as I was trying to take the tire off, I called Josh down. And I was like, dude, I don't know if I'm doing this right. Because my thing was weird. It was a super weird looking, like, it wasn't like the crossbar. It was a weird, like, little coat hanger looking thing. And you would
cheap
like
one. Yeah.
And so I was trying to figure out how to use it. And so I called Josh. Josh knew because he done it before. So he came down. And as he was trying to help me take everything off, he was like, yeah, it's too hot for this, dude. And he just left and went back inside the house.
Oh, man. He doesn't know how to change a tire, though, does he?
He does. He does know how to change a tire.
Oh, and he bailed on you? That's not cool, man.
So years ago, we were hanging out at our friend's place and we slept over. And the next morning, we have to go home. We were far away, right? So we walk outside and immediately saw that one of his tire was completely flat and like sunk down to the freaking asphalt. So I'm like, all right, we gotta replace it. And that was the first time I saw somebody replace a tire. I didn't even help. I just saw him do it, and I was like, all right, you do your thing. I'm just gonna stand here to watch.
That's a learning experience.
Yeah.
Okay. But it is one of those times, as soon as you have to use the like crap stuff they include, then you're like, I'm gonna go out and buy a good T tire iron and keep it in the trunk because I'm not doing this again.
So for my car, I have run flat tires, so I'm not even supposed to take it off. I'm supposed to keep driving the thing all the way to wherever I need to get a tire and just get a tire there. The only time I would take it off is if it blows up on me.
And then do you have a spare?
No, it's run flat. It doesn't come with a spares.
But that's what I'm saying. So if it explodes, you're just dead in the water, right?
Yes, I would have to call roadside assistant.
See, that's Kias don't put spare tires in. Yeah. Well, yeah.
I told you guys about when I exploded my tires on a highway, right?
Yes.
Dude, this is the same scenario. Not scenario. This is the same context, right? Like the reason why I had to replace the tire, I guess I never told the podcast. But I was driving on the highway, and there was a construction happening on the highway. A big ass rock shot across the road, and of course it hit my car, like right under my tire, and I felt my car going in the air on one side and slammed down. And then I was like, huh. I was like, must be fine.
That's not good.
So I was like, I might be fine.
I'm absolutely good. Keep driving.
I was like, I might be fine. I start clicking through on my HUD to see like my tire pressure. Oh, it's at 32. We're good, right? So I kept driving. I'm like, getting a little hard to steer here. And then all of a sudden you hear beep beep beep. And I looked at the thing and it's 0%. I was like, fuck. So dude, I'm telling you, I've never been more scared in my life to get from the furthest left lane to the furthest right lane on a pop tire. But yeah, because you feel like that weird little pressure, right? Like it's dragging the tire.
Dude, it was at least me and my brother. I don't remember if Liz was with us, but we were in Pittsburgh, and something had happened to a previous vehicle of mine where there was a leak in the power steering line.
Oh God.
And I had to drive 2 hours back home with no power steering.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
Tony got the strongest arm workout.
Because it's like you had to turn, you're like,
it's an arm
put
workout.
Your whole body into it. Yeah. Oh, 2 hours of it back home was not pleasant.
But you were on the highway for the majority of it, right? Like at least that was a good part.
It's a Pennsylvania highway, which is 2 lanes each direction.
Oh, dude, that's terrible.
It was bad. It was not an experience I wish to repeat.
Yeah, that's hilarious, actually.
So is that what this is going to? You got run flats and everybody. Otherwise, you got to call roadside assistance.
Dude,
Tony, your dad would be disgusted with this. The state of the nation.
They're inventing ways to sell you more expensive tires, man. Mm-hmm. I pay $400 for one tire, Brian. Like,
same.
What?
Yeah. Tires have, and I don't know. Is this where you get on your soapbox? Tariffs. Tires. Yeah. We just had to get some tires, and it was.
What did you always say? Least rewarding purchase ever.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
There's like no upside. Yeah, it's just I needed to buy this. That's why I bought
There's
it.
A huge amount of cash. I drive out of here the same way I got it.
I got it. Yeah.
Gosh. Yeah. Yes, Tony.
This is why I hate car stuff.
Being for a surprise.
And don't try to convince you. They'll try to convince you that different tires feel differently. It's like, no, the fuck it doesn't. It's the same fucking thing. It's all rubber. That's all it is.
Yeah. Unless they're slick.
It's like, but sir, you can feel the road. Shut the fuck up. Get out of my face. Yeah. They always try to upsell you too at like discount tire. Why is it called discount tire if there's no tires on discount? Like I'm paying full premium for all of these, you know?
Yeah, it's bad. Have you guys, and we'll get off tire talk, but I didn't even know this was a thing until, I don't know, a couple jobs ago, somebody had to get a tire and they're like, yeah, I'm going to go get a used tire.
Yeah.
I had no idea used tires were a thing.
Would never do that.
No.
That's just asking to pay for tires more often.
Twice. You got to.
Twice. How many times?
Haven't had it in a while.
Yeah, forevermore I will not be able to say that word without hearing.
Yeah.
Aren't they coming in concert or no? That's Black.
They are coming in concert.
Twice is coming in concert.
I got my tickets. I'm ready to go.
Did you pay as much for a tire as you did for a concert ticket?
No, I got 2 tickets for the price of 1 tire.
Dang.
Yeah, almost.
That's
I paid
a cheap ticket then.
Yeah, exactly. I bought it was $200 each. But after tax, it ended up being around like 5-ish. But yeah,
where are they? They're coming to Atlanta.
They are coming to Atlanta. They're doing it at State Farm this time. I guess they did. I don't know. They didn't want to do a stadium tour, So we didn't end up going to the Battery again, but which is crazy because they
Those
sold
are
out the Battery.
horrible venues for shows, man. There's so many great concert venues in this town, but I guess the size of it, I don't know.
Capacity. Yeah, they need a capacity because the Benz Stadium would have been too big.
Too big.
And then State Farm was too small. But I think they overestimated the number of attendance during the Battery, which is weird because they sold out like Truist Park. I swore they sold it out. But this year though, like we're not doing Truist Park anymore. We're gonna do State Farm. A part of it is because they're doing part of it is K-pop as in general is starting to do this thing called a 360 stage, where instead of coming up the front, they're gonna be everywhere all at once, so like everyone could see them.
Oh, not just in the middle.
It is in the middle. The stage will be
in the round.
Yeah,
that's how I saw Def Leppard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, they're just like twice. No. But yeah, and so they ended up picking a smaller venue, but like some of the venue that they would pick instead of just one big one, they would like do like 4 different show at one venue. So like in LA, they have 4 nights at like the one venue.
Yeah.
Which is
crazy. They just doing one night in Atlanta?
They're only doing one night in Atlanta.
Man, who knew? Or this blows my mind. Like when my kids had their little BTS phase.
Oh, they're coming back too.
Are they?
Back this year. Yeah.
I would have never guessed that K-pop would have grown from like that, because BTS was like diehards of diehards.
But see, that's the thing though, Brian. When your kid was getting into K-pop or getting into BTS, that was where it was going up, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was the beginning of it.
Like,
I mean, it's crazy today.
Yeah.
How big it is.
Yeah. And it was like, dude, I would meet like random like white people that would be like, dude, I love BTS, and I was like, well, like, how do you know BTS? But it was like it was not like anime in any sense where it was like, oh, a lot of people watch anime because anime was put on TV like during like Pokemon and stuff, right, Tony? K-pop sort of just happened.
Look for K-pop.
Yeah, like you would go out of your way to the closest thing anyone had gotten to like like exposure of K-pop was Gangnam Style, and that was it. But then like Gangnam Style kind of
does that consider K-pop?
I mean, Korean pop
music. Yeah,
it's K-pop.
Yeah, but
right?
I was it released there first?
Yes, and then it went viral. It made it to America. Everyone loved it, and then it went away. And then
I laughed my ass off when I saw that video. I'm like, this guy is awesome.
Yeah, I thought it was great, and I didn't understand what was going on, but I was like, the beat is nice, the music video is funny, I like it, right? But BTS kind of like just blew up out of nowhere. Like a bunch of girls just like, let's go look at these Korean guys, and this is gonna be our thing now. And that's why it was super odd. Like it kind of came out of nowhere. And then ever since then, everything just projected. Blackpink, Twice, because they all came out at the same time in like 2016, 2017. So when the 2020 pandemic hit, they all got this giant boost, and everyone just kind of got into it. I mean, including me, right? I got into Twice during the pandemic because I had nothing else to do. I was very in tune with.
That's weird. I did not get into any music during the pandemic. But
what did you get into during the pandemic?
I think I probably just leaned into what I was doing and like what I was listening to.
You didn't discover anything new, like no new interests or anything like that?
I did a lot of home or projects around the house. Yeah. So I was listening to stuff, but I think, I don't know, maybe I did some books, I guess I did start listening to books more because I was, working on stuff. Like after a while, I mean, I love music, but after a while I needed something, other than music. And are you guys, Tony, are you the only Spotify holdout amongst us, right? You're still on Spotify?
Yeah, you're still on Spotify. No, he's on YouTube. He's on YouTube.
I mean, I make our playlist on Spotify because I know people use that, but unless the only thing that I use Spotify for, again, I think I've mentioned it before, is board game playlists.
Oh yeah, that is good.
Right.
I had people over this weekend, and you just type in the name of the game that you're playing, and there's usually multiple playlists for that.
But doesn't it ruin the immersion when there's ads while you're listening to the playlist?
I don't care. I mean, we're not focused on the music to begin with. We're playing a game and talking. It's just nice to have something in the background.
But you're on YouTube Music, right?
Yes.
Are you on YouTube Premium as well?
Well, that's why I have YouTube Music. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Premium.
Don't they have it on there?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Don't they have it on there instead?
Now that's what I call Medieval Jams Volume 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Not as consistently.
Really?
No, that's surprising. Spotify seems to be the biggest player in the game.
So I type in Pac-Man, Donkey Kong. If I type in Donkey Kong, they have playlists for that, or is it newer games?
I mean, you might find like
I'm not playing
Donkey Kong video game soundtracks, but I'm talking like this isn't going to make sense to anybody. I was talking to Winston before we started. I got a game called Forest Shuffle. It's a card game where you play trees down, and then you play like animals and plants around them.
It's actually a Vietnam War game.
But I typed in Forest Shuffle and then went, here's a playlist of like nature relaxing kind of music. It's like awesome. This is an hour and a half of nature music that will play in the background here.
Gosh, there's I've seen some of there was a video game chill that I put on one day, just sort of like background music with just instrumental, but man,
Coconut Mall on repeat when I'm
What is that? What is Coconut
Mall? Mario Kart. Mario Kart, yeah. It's like a super upbeat song, Brian, but for whatever. So there was like somebody had said it years ago, but if you were trying to get some work done and you really need to focus on like getting just that work done, you put on Mario Kart music and you immediately lock in on getting it done. It's like
I mean that's
nothing psychological about it.
Yeah.
That game raises my heart rate. It's
Wait, but hold on. But wait, Tony, did you get into anything new during the pandemic that's now part of your life? Like for me, it was K-pop and anime.
Beard growing. He got into beard growing, I believe.
That is true. He did get into
I did. Yes, that's.
I was gonna say wrestling, but that was like years after the pandemic.
It's only been a couple years of wrestling for me here. I think I just doubled down on the stuff. Like I was pandemic ready because I'm a bit of a shut-in.
Yeah.
So I just went, okay, I'm going to listen to more podcasts. I'm going to play more board games. I'm just going to do more of what I already
do. So you didn't get into anything new or do anything that was different?
No, because they're like, hey, the world's shut down. You have to stay home. And I went, that sounds great.
Dude, I feel like I have a different experience than you guys. Like the pandemic happened and I have two versions of myself, pre-pandemic and post-pandemic. I'm two different person. It's like I think the pandemic happened and something rewired in my brain, and then I came out completely different.
What though? What like how were you before?
My interest in everything was super different. Like before the pandemic, I never watched anime. I watch one show here and there, and then like I watched a little bit in my childhood. Didn't care about it at all. Was really into shoes. Not that much into shoes anymore.
That's an expensive hobby.
Yeah, and I was really like into sport before the pandemic. After the pandemic, not so much. Like I'll watch a basketball game here and there.
I was gonna say, what kind of sports?
Yeah, I was gonna say F1. F1's coming to Apple TV. Are you excited about that?
I am. I already bought my subscription. I paid for it. It's $12 a month.
Did you watch the movie F1?
Dude, I watched it 3 times.
That movie's awesome.
It's great. You watched it?
I did, man.
Yeah. What
Tony, there was if you don't know what we're talking about, is I feel like we're excluding him in the like it turned into Apple fanboys. Apple TV produced F1 racing movie with Brad Pitt, and it's freaking awesome.
It's great.
The way it's shot. I mean, it's
did you watch Top Gun Maverick? The new Top Gun?
I haven't. No.
Same director, but
I didn't know that. Oh, cool. Yeah.
Somehow he incorporated the speed of like those fighter jets into F1 cars during the movies.
For real, like the way it's filmed, you really like. That's it's cool. Exciting. Yeah, it's.
Tony, I would recommend you watch it. It's. I
was just talking to somebody. Movie. Apple TV has become HBO.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm not interested.
No,
like I know there's good stuff on there. They were talking about Severance and something else that they were watching.
Ted Lasso, one of the greatest series. They're bringing it back, which I hope they don't ruin it. But
I'm paying for enough stuff to begin with. Again, I'm subscribed to some podcast stuff. I've got YouTube. My household pays for my family's Netflix and Disney Plus, even though you're not supposed to share them.
I will say, I think you shouldn't spend money on Apple TV. Don't get me wrong. I spend money on Apple TV. I don't watch anything on there. Like the only thing I have it for is so that the F1 season start, I can watch F1 on there.
They're throwing that in. Yeah, they're throwing that in to lure people.
If somebody else bought it, I'd watch stuff on there. But yeah.
But share your login.
Otherwise, imagine this, Winston. Yeah. Imagine a third of the races are on Apple TV.
Yeah.
A third are on Netflix, and a third are on Amazon. Just on like a network TV station.
Yeah, that's how it is for wrestling, right?
Yeah, welcome to the world of wrestling. Where
that's how terrible.
This is a giant hassle to watch the stuff that I want to see.
I think that's the good part about like
football too.
Yeah, And I think that's a good part about F1 is Apple put so much money into creating that movie that they were like, dude, this is great. Everyone's watching this movie. We're gonna buy the rights to streaming for F1. And that's basically what they did. So F1 themselves used to have a streaming service. And Apple was like, dude, don't worry about it. We're just gonna buy you guys out and we're gonna put you on our streaming platform. And that's what happened.
Hopefully that works out.
And it's funny because it actually lowered my monthly subscription price because I was spending $17 a month to watch F1. And then Apple goes, dude, come over here. We'll pay you 12. You only have to pay 12 and you get to watch a bunch of other movies with it. So I was like, all right, you got me.
Pretty good then, yeah.
Personally, I wouldn't pay for Apple TV. Like, I don't find any of the movies or show on there interesting enough for me to want to be like, I'm going to keep paying
that for sponsorship.
This. Yeah, I know, right? We lost it to who's Tim Cook. Tim Cook's not going to sponsor us anymore.
Well, somebody was saying that Apple TV, like where Netflix is trying to make a bunch of shows that appeal to everybody, Apple is trying to make a
good quality show
that appeals to everybody. And I think that's why they tend to, you get your Ted Lassos, you get Severance, things like that.
They do have a cool Godzilla show on there. I would say that.
They got Snoopy stuff. That would be what I would
like. Oh, really?
they got peanuts.
Yeah.
Do any of you guys care about Stranger Things? Did nobody watch that? Anybody watch that?
Yeah. I didn't. Did you watch it? I know you were a big fan of it. Right? Did you watch the finale?
I was watching it during COVID.
You watched it when you got sick too,
when
right?
I had COVID, yes.
Yeah.
I heard it. They were watching it downstairs. My family was watching it. I was like, okay, fine. Let's see. So what and then they stopped, and then they're like, it's getting kind of scary. I was like, "What? Come on! I've invested some time." But as far as the new one that came out, I'm like, "It's been so long. Don't know if I care." Same thing with whatever I didn't watch the second season of House of the Dragon. I don't know, man.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah,
that's it. I'm excited. I do want to watch the end of Stranger Things, but it's like the hype train is so far down the tracks. Like you screwed yourself by waiting this long.
I think it wasn't their fault. It wasn't their fault.
See, my problem isn't even so much
strike. It was the strike and the pandemic. Yeah. I think it was. Yeah, I don't blame them for that. I mean, it was.
But I will also say between all of that and what the fandom has become with like that, I don't know, that show. I just don't like anyone that watches that show, man.
Dude, you know what blows my mind though? The fact that Prince is back in the Purple Rain is back in the charts because they because it was used in the finale.
Oh wow.
Same thing with Kate Bush last season.
Watched it. Don't say too much.
Well, no, I didn't watch it either, so I'm not going to spoil it. But just the fact that they've used songs in the finale that then hit the chart. Fleetwood Mac is back on the charts because they were so like a handful of old songs were used in the finale, and they're back on the charts because I don't know
kids are now listening.
Who is the fan base for that show?
15 no.
Is it younger
18,
kids?
Yeah, 18, 19-year-old kids now or
So they may not know Purple Rain.
But I would say like I asked Sunny watched it and I was like, hey, was the finale good? And she just looked at me and shook her head. So I take it with a grain of salt, Sunny. Whenever you do watch it.
Is that becoming a cultural issue?
What?
That shows just can't end because nobody can be happy.
No, I think these guys couldn't even figure out the ending. They didn't write the finale until they started shooting, or they didn't finish writing the finale while they started shooting.
Like, call up those Game of Thrones guys. That went really well for their series end.
They were like, yeah, we were filming episode 1 and we didn't know how to end it. And it was like, why would you admit this?
I would be interested to like start keeping track of shows that are like, they're not shows just like, oh, there's not going to be another season. Shows are like, this is the end.
Series finales, yes.
And see how people react to them.
Has there been one that was good? Cheers was great back in the back when Cheers ended. Phenomenal finale. I shouldn't say phenomenal. Satisfying. Seinfeld
Friends ended
horrible.
Well.
Friends was good.
Friends was good. I mean, what was it?
How I Met Your Mother was a bad one.
I'm trying to think. Was it 85% of the American public tuned into the MASH finale?
I see. MASH was always older. That was like people's dads watched MASH. Yeah. I've seen. I worked with a guy who loved it, and he would send clips. I'm like, that is pretty funny. But it was like I never watched it because it was like that's what my dad watched.
I think Big Bang Theory ended well.
77%. So nearly.
That's a lot of people.
That's 3 out of every 4 TVs aired.
The Beatles on Ed Sullivan, man. That's
yeah.
Speaking of old stuff, Ryan, you're gonna watch those Beatles documentary movies or whatever coming
I'm
out?
like, speaking of old stuff, this is getting thrown to Brian. Whatever it
Yeah.
is, he's asking.
No, it's because I know you're into the Beatles. They're making
Yes.
those Beatles movie. Are you gonna watch all four of them?
Already. Oh wait, you're not talking about the anthology. You're talking about
No,
how
no, no,
each member.
no.
Yes, of
Yeah.
course.
I heard after the four movies, they're gonna come together to create a team that fights supervillains.
That will be awesome. Yeah.
They're gonna call it the Avenger Initiative, the
Yes.
Beetle Initiative.
Yeah, Beatles chapter. That's
Yeah,
cool.
I heard at the end of each movie, Samuel L. Jackson show up and recruit them to the band.
Except he's dressed like Jules from Pulp Fiction. It'll be
Exactly.
great.
Well, let's blend. We're gonna wrap up here soon, but let's blend old things and new things here. So recently, Verizon just had a major nationwide outage.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you guys have Verizon?
No.
Okay.
I do.
You do? Oh no.
It was just
What
for
did you
the
do
day.
for those 9 hours or whatever?
It was
Yeah.
just for the day. I mean, I was working, so it
Yeah.
didn't super affect me. But it did make me want to ask Winston a question.
Uh-huh.
If all providers had something go wrong for a day, and you are out and about and your cell phone just has zero
No
signal,
connection. Yeah.
and you get in an emergency, what do you do?
No GPS?
No, I mean, it has.
Where would I be? Where would I be during this time?
Let's say it's a
Give me a
make it
scenario.
easy. It's a Saturday where you're not going anywhere you don't know.
Oh,
I
then
was
just
gonna say, hey,
Or a weekday?
you've gone downtown with some
Okay.
friends to go out to dinner, and then
on the
cell
way back.
service gone.
Am I still with my
out
friends?
at a restaurant downtown,
I need to
Okay.
know the variables. Who
And-
can
Yeah, I
rely
need
on?
to know the.
and you know something happens to you. We'll go back to cars. Something happens to your car. You can't fix it. What do you do?
So if I'm still with my friends, my first thought would be I'm gonna ask somebody else if their phone's working, and then I would call roadside assistant for my car.
And I said nobody's phone's working.
Nobody's.
Nobody.
All of
Oh,
them.
this is
All
all
of
of
them.
us.
This is when the Chinese take out all of our satellites.
The major players' cell towers are down, and then the minor ones who are using the major towers are also down because of that.
This is like a doomsday scenario, right?
Yes.
So I would say I would leave my car where it is, and I would ask my friend if their car was working, and I would go.
Wait, your cars are still working. You just don't have any navigation.
But let's say right.
Oh, he just said my car had issue. I couldn't.
You've all walked to your cars. They're in a parking garage.
Not following.
They leave. You realize,
my car
won't start.
Oh,
they're gone.
It's,
They're gone because their cars work. They've left.
Okay, I would say I would go to wherever I was at a restaurant or something, and I would check what the situation looked like, and if they somehow have a way to communicate outside, which I'm assuming they don't, I would probably just stay at the restaurant because it's not like I'm gonna start walking home, right? So, or I would go back to my car, see what I can do, see if I can try to fix it. But I have very limited knowledge, so we can't even look stuff up. Oh,
yeah. That's why that happens. And I'm like, we are so close and nobody acknowledges that, or like, it's like it's worse. And then there was the thing, a couple weeks ago when months ago when Amazon went down, and it was like a software update, and like things were, it's like I feel like
the collapse of society is on a wire.
But the thing, and we're running towards it even more. That's the thing, I think, that where I'm like, I feel like I'm half old man doomsday scenario, but I'm like, also no. Like, I feel like, in this jump to AI, everything AI, everything AI.
Say it is doomsday, right? Say it is doomsday, and you somehow got yourself in a bunker, and then everything got flattened above you, right? And then you made it out alive. What do you even do at that point?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like if the collapse did happen, like, what do you even do?
I don't know, man. That's what
I'm saying. Is it better to die during the collapse than it is to stay alive?
Maybe I just start farming.
Yeah. Yeah. My that's funny. My wife we've been talking about that. And she's, in a perfect world, we'd get off the grid and learn how to homestead, but that is so much work.
I have a feeling that if a doomsday scenario was to happen, the only people that would still exist and live in the new world would be like older people, and I feel like the only young people that would stay alive are like country bumpkins. Dude, people like me are cooked. I'm dead. I already know I'm dead. I wouldn't be able to survive, like especially right now if I'm at my house.
But what about those people with their emotional support pets and all those people that get
Those
triggered
people
and
are
have,
first to
like
go.
yeah,
Those
they're
are-
done. Yeah,
If you
first to
have a
go.
little bit of blue hair dye, you're gone.
What is that? Is it Hank Williams Jr. had a song called "Country Boy Can't Survive"?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
So it's, I mean, that's
dude.
it.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, I'm gone. Like I'm gonna be dead. Like if a zombie apocalypse was to happen tomorrow, I'm dead. Like
That's the best. The best you can hope for is be one of the first zombies.
yeah. I think I think it's great to be one of the first zombies. It's either you're gonna get a bunch of other people infected or you're gonna die earlier. You know what I mean? And so I don't know. I don't think, like, for me at least, I don't have the will enough to where like I'm gonna survive the apocalypse. I'm gonna rebuild the world. I'm not that guy. You know what I
But
mean?
you're not just gonna lay down.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, that's it. I'm crawling back into bed.
What would I live for, Brian, if the world is affected with zombies?
Your girlfriend, your family, your friends,
Yourself.
We're
yourself.
not surviving.
No.
None of us are surviving.
Yeah. How? So let me ask this question. Follow up to my original here. How many, if any, phone numbers do you have memorized that you just know without your phone?
One.
Yep.
Yours.
It's well, two.
Okay,
mine,
two, yeah.
mine and my
Yeah.
brother. Mine and my older brother. That's it. I didn't bother to learn. I don't even know my girlfriend's phone number by heart. I told her, I was like, if I got kidnapped, I'm literally cooked. I can't even call you.
Man, that used to be your mental Rolodex. Like,
Yeah.
that was granted that was before 10-digit dialing. I remember. Here's one. Just like I was around before the advent of Ranch.
Wait, it used to be less than 10 numbers?
It was 7 digits, and then you didn't have to dial your
What?
area code in your region.
Oh,
Okay,
really?
so yeah, so if I lived in Indiana, and if I'm calling anywhere around there, I didn't have to do it because they only had one area code. But if I was calling into a
Oh.
different state, I think that's when you had to use
okay.
the
10?
10-digit
Call
dial.
out of your area code.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
if I wanted to call somewhere from, if I was in Johnstown, and I wanted to call Pittsburgh. That's a different area code.
So you would have to put in the area code for it.
Yeah.
Was it
Oh.
back then?
Yeah, I mean, 412 and 814 are different area codes. I would have to differentiate that.
Okay, I guess they had enough people. They were populous enough. Yeah, I don't. But yeah, you didn't have. So you have to remember 7 digits. If a girl gave her
Dude.
number, it
Yeah,
was
that's
either written on your hand and
crazy.
you had to transfer it. But yeah,
That's why Tommy Two Tone didn't include an area code.
exactly.
But that's why there was a yellow book back then, or the white pages.
The yellow pages. You
The
were
White
there.
pages were for people, but it was
Oh,
just
yeah, yellow
people
pages
in
were for
your
business,
area,
yeah.
so you still didn't have to type in the area code.
Oh, I thought the yellow book was for everywhere.
Yellow pages were
this-
for business.
I was gonna say, stop calling it the yellow book. It's the yellow
Oh.
pages.
The yellow pages.
You can,
Yeah.
Winston, but I'm saying Tony. I'm like, stop calling it. Don't.
Yeah, I just
yeah.
repeating Winston.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Brian.
Wait, so
are
is it
from
the
a-
yellow book or the yellow pages?
Yellow pages.
pages?
So is it the
It was
white
the
book or
phone
white
book.
pages?
It's the
It's
phone
the
book.
Phone book. Everything else was pages.
But why
white
is
or
it
yellow.
why is some of them white, some of them yellow?
Because white were for people and residences, and yellow were for businesses.
Oh,
That was all.
okay. I thought it was the other way around. I thought
Yeah, I
yellow
wouldn't
was for
look
people.
you up in the yellow pages because you didn't exist there. But I wasn't looking for the local
But if I
Ace
have a
hardware
business-
store in the white pages.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Winston's Matcha Tea Emporium would be in
Yeah.
the yellow pages.
Dude, what a weird time that you guys grew up in, man. What do you
And
mean
it was
you have to
always
open a
yellow
book
pages
to
were
call
interesting
someone?
because you would
Yeah.
sometimes go look at. I'm like, where do I find this business? But they weren't listed alphabetically. They were listed by business type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you'd look up like plumbers or salons or automotive.
Oh, okay.
They were in that section of the yellow
Yeah.
pages. and
Okay,
it
so
brought
hold
you
on.
there.
So
It was like a
say-
search engine. It was a search engine.
So say if you were in school and a girl gave you her number, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh shit, I forgot it. Are you
No,
gonna go
you don't-
open up?
no.
Okay,
You-
but
at
hold
that
on.
point in
Say you do.
Knew how to memorize things. You didn't forget that.
Sorry.
Okay, but say if you did. Say if you
Okay.
did. You maybe you wrote it down on a paper and you lost it, right?
Okay.
And then you're like, oh shit, I want to call her. So do you go and open up the white pages?
You probably could if you knew her parents' name.
You would go off of the last name.
It would be
right?
last name. Yeah. But say her last name is Smith.
Smith.
There's,
Yeah.
yeah, there's
You had
87 of
pages
them.
of Smiths to call.
yeah.
What if you call every number
Yeah.
on the Smith line?
Yeah.
Hey, is Stacy's there? What?
Stacy-
You were
there? No?
already
Okay.
nervous to call the number she gave you. You weren't calling all of them.
Yeah. You weren't calling off because, yeah. Hi,
Because you
Stacy
were
there?
talking
Yes.
to a
Yes.
parent before you talked to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were talking.
Hard, not good.
Yeah, John and Margaret, Stacy's
Hey,
mom.
John, is Stacy's there?
Yeah. No, it was Mr. Smith.
Yeah,
You
Mr.
didn't.
Smith.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you had to you had to get through that line of defense, and that was a key gateway of like, okay,
That's
I can
so
talk to her. But
funny.
yes, as Tony's right that you didn't forget. You can memorize 7 digits pretty easy. Well, we used to be able to. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you give me a 7-digit code, how long I can retain it, but
Yeah, no, you gotta narrow it down to 4 or 6 nowadays if you want me to remember a code.
4 digits, yeah.
You know those OTP code that would send to your phone whenever you're trying to log into something?
6 digits.
Yeah, 6
Hard to
digits.
remember.
That's enough. Yeah, that's
it.
enough. Yeah.
But yeah.
4 is even better. My
You
girlfriend
buy-
has a 9-digit for her password, and I'm like, why are you like this?
That
And I'm
yeah. My shit's secure.
we're
It's
from
not
a-
on
we're
the
from
dark web like yours.
Literally. Yeah.
We're from a bygone era where like I still have a handful of numbers memorized.
That's crazy. But some of those
Including
numbers
Jenny's.
are still those numbers are still like in use though, right? Like it's not like
I don't think
anyone
a
changed.
lot of them are because a lot of them were landlines.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the one that I grew up with, I should call it. I could
Yeah.
call my number in Indiana and see who answers and
I
be
know
like, hey man.
my cell, my wife's cell, my dad's cell,
Uh-huh.
my old home phone, and both of my grandparents' phone numbers.
That's pretty good to still have
Yeah,
that many in
that's
your brain.
Super good.
Yeah.
So, okay, so say if it was you guys in the scenario that Tony gave me, what would you do? Your car is having issue, all your friends left, you have no phones.
If I couldn't figure out the car,
Mm-hmm.
depends, if I'm by myself, I would need to get, my first
Say
thought
you're
would be
with your
getting my
wife.
family. Yeah.
Say you're with your wife. Yeah.
Oh, well, we would need to know where our kids were, but
But how?
whatever their last known location was,
Yeah, that's
like
fair.
I knew that, so and so is at school today, and the other one, whatever. That but if it was not something that we could figure out on the car, and I'm not going to pretend I know that much. I know a little bit, but not that much. It's like I'm not going to definitely won't start. Needs an oil change. I got that.
Must be the turbulator.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, flex capacitors out of gigawatts. All right. Probably start walking. I mean, trying to get home. Trying to get home. Yeah.
My first thought would be maybe go back to the restaurant, but just start asking people where is the nearest garage? Where's the nearest auto shop that I can go get somebody to come to me to deal with this?
But so if this is happening, this is pandemonium. Like this is when society starts breaking down, when nobody can get in touch with each other. But those mechanics who have skills quickly become very valuable on the black market.
Yeah,
I guess the open market, not the black market.
They're not gonna go to Tony. They're gonna go to some rich billionaire.
That probably most people's cars are still working. I mean, unless an EMP has hit and then the electrical systems are off, and that's why the cells are down. But
that's true. Yeah.
All the things that cars can do, Day.
But say Tony, say Brian, if you were in downtown Atlanta, you're gonna walk all the way back to where your house is.
I'm like 10 miles from downtown. That's it.
Is it really
I mean,
10 miles?
that's not. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
it
crazy.
Doesn't feel like it. Yeah.
Traffic makes it 3 or 4 times longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, in my head, it's like 20, 30 miles.
Exactly, because it takes 30 minutes to get down there. On a good day, 45 minutes. But no, we're talking. I mean, that's one of the fun things about doing the Peachtree Road Race. It starts kind of at Lenox Mall, which is, for people not in Atlanta, is inside the city. But then you run down to a park in the city, and that's, you're running, it's a 10K. That's 6.2 miles to run the Peachtree Road Race. So that's what's cool though, is because you're literally running through the middle of the city. Peachtree runs right through the middle. So yeah, you can just go up. I mean, it'd be 10 miles. That'd be a long walk, but I mean, not really actually. If you go hiking, you can cover 10 miles pretty easily. But yeah, that's what I would do. Tony's like, I never left my house. I'm fine.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like I said, I'd probably start asking about where the nearest place to go get professional help. I'm surprised Winston didn't just go, I'm going to leave my car and hitchhike.
No, why would I do that? Like,
why not?
That's scary, man. It's the end of the world. People could kill you.
Yeah, I know, man.
I've seen one too many Ted Bundy freaking documentary, man.
Yeah. That's people used to do that. Like,
yeah, that was freaking weird.
Across the country.
Yeah.
My dad was telling me about this over Christmas. This is crazy. He was telling me how him and his buddy would hitchhike into a different town, and I can't remember what the point of it was, but that was like that's how they were going to get down there.
I was going to start doing this right here. Like this little sign.
Yeah.
Put your thumb out.
Yeah. Or your leg.
For people that didn't hear it, didn't see this.
Yeah, he's putting his thumb up.
Yeah.
And he would tell me this, that's what they would do. Like on the weekends, they would hitchhike into, I forget what town it was, and then hitchhike back. And I'm like, really? Like, that's crazy. So that was, was probably
that's back
in the
when you can
50s.
still, that's back when you can still trust people, right?
Yeah.
Like,
you weren't going to get dismembered and, chopped up in pieces and thrown out into the woods.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, but say, okay, let me ask you this, Tony. Say you went to a mechanic, they're closed, no one's there. Then what? You're gonna walk home? You live significantly further than both me and Brian in terms of downtown Atlanta.
No, he's gonna stop at our house.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna go to my place since I'm right off the highway.
That's true. Yours, he could find yours. Technically, you guys don't know where I live.
I don't know. I think I would probably.
I feel like I can find it.
Yeah, I think I would probably be scared and would probably spend the night in my car.
That's
and
fair.
Then figure it out the next day.
Tony started doing the trick where he loops the seatbelt through the door handles and he clicks it so that people don't open it.
I never knew that.
Wait, you didn't know this?
Yeah, no. I mean, now that you say it, I've just never heard that.
I follow a lot of urban camper on TikTok, or I would see a lot of urban campers on TikTok, and that's what they would do.
Winston's doing a lot of that.
A lot of urban camping, huh?
Yeah.
Gosh, that's how Michael Jordan's dad got killed. He was he was in his car, but he was taking a nap on the side of the road and got shot. I remember.
Oh man.
Yeah,
that's
in North
terrible.
Carolina. Yeah, random fact. Thanks for staying in my brain for all these years.
Yeah, why do you know that? That was crazy.
I mean, it was shocking because it's like, first of all, you're Michael Jordan's dad.
Yeah.
But
nobody know Michael Jordan's dad though.
Exactly.
Everyone know Michael Jordan. Yeah.
But
he was in Space Jam.
Yeah, he was in Space Jam.
Was he?
Yeah, he was at the very beginning.
I think it was an actor playing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, but it's usually seen. Yeah. I did watch Space Jam, so I got that reference. Yeah.
See. Well, and he should have had residuals from that movie at least.
Yeah, exactly.
Tragic end to Michael Jordan's dad. Tragic end to the podcast.
Wait, hold on. Before you do that, did you watch Space Jam 2 by chance?
I did.
Not
With
good.
LeBron James? Yeah, terrible movie.
I thought it was okay. I thought it was just
why did they made Lola not sexy anymore? I don't understand.
We talked about that. It's the
same insane thought process that said make a second one. That's why.
Yeah.
But also, I had this conversation the other day in my group chat with my friends, but we were saying that
apparently that's not us,
every
Tony.
generation has a hot bunny. So there was Lola, right? And then now everyone loves Judy Hopps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who was before Lola?
I was gonna say 2 does not make a pattern.
Jessica Rabbits.
By technicality, yes.
Jessica Rabbits.
Good call. Good call.
Right.
Oh man, that was nice.
All right, shutting us down. Hey, thanks for listening. Tell a friend, please. Get us some more listeners. Rate, subscribe wherever you're listening. Want to talk about something? Show up in chat while we're streaming, or send us an email at podcastxyzxwyz@gmail.com. You can find out when we go live on Twitch because I post it on Instagram. It's the only time I use it. So check out our Instagram, check out our YouTube channel, check out our TikTok. Otherwise, the place where you can find all the places to listen to us, our watch and listen list, our merch store link is all at our home on the web, podcastxyz.podbean.com. And with that, we'll see everybody next time.
See ya, everybody.
See you later.